What's up, everybody? Alan from Dicewrench. Gonna talk you through Foliage Render 1.1 updates. There may be more stuff on the list whenever this actually goes live on the asset store. We are in the process of getting the GitHub invoicing support stuff all lined up. So via the Discord, you'll be able to validate and get access that way so we can get you updates faster. But in the meantime, let's talk about what's coming and some workflow changes. All right, first up on the list, we're actually going to switch projects here. HDRP, high Z occlusion culling is in, as you can see here. We'll move this guy around. Look at that. You see the little blue boxes back there. Doing the thing. They do the thing. That's pretty much it for HDRP. So it's in there. You will notice here, though, that our culling shader is now going to get built into your assets folder. And the reason for that is so that we can have pipeline dependent versions of the culling shader without like a gnarly config file and a bunch of other stuff, because you only need one. It's a little more straightforward. So that's going to get built. If you're upgrading, like if you're new to the asset, it will just detect it's not there. It may spit an error into the console saying it can't find it, and then it will build one, and then you'll be all set. If you have one in your packages folder currently, that one will no longer be in use. It won't get removed from the package, so you could remove the package, then install the package again, or you could just not care about that thing being left over in your package cache. If you go here under Window, you can go to FoliageRenderer, validate culling shader, and this will build it for you if you get into a weird state where you don't have one. Or if you go to the indirect renderer, it will pop up a little help message up here that says like, hey, you don't have the thing, push fix now, and then you can build it. So a lot of ways to get that once you get going. Let's look at some other stuff. All right, so if we zoom in here, get a look at some details stuff. This is just in the test scene, back over and built in. If we go here, we can look at our details, and density slider is now fully respected with overrides. So you can set an override density here. You do it on the terrain. You can do it on that thing. You can do it on just a particular detail if you wish. This UI also now all works the way you expect. And you'll notice here, both of my shadow distances are clamped at 0. Can't actually drag this below 0 anymore because what even would that be? And there's no weird flickering. So that bug is fixed now as well. You can of course still set these out to like real numbers and get shadows just like always. So there you go. That's all squared away. Now we also got reports that your GPU is getting slammed in the editor. It's because you have the scene view open. Scene view's redrawing all the time. So it's running the culling all the time because it's always updating. And so your GPU is constantly running this compute shader and everything else. And the way the editor works is it runs at about 100 frames a second, but sort of arbitrarily, which means that's a lot of redraw. Okay, so up here under Window, Foliage Render, same place you validate your culling shader, you got Force Scene View Refresh. You can toggle this on or off. So if it's on, then it will repaint this view all the time. And if it's not, it won't. And your GPU will basically flop down to nothing. So you'll be good to go there. It will still update, of course, when you move the camera, when you rotate the camera, if you move the main camera around, that kind of thing. So that stuff will still cause refresh, but you won't be doing it all the time. So it's much easier to work now with both views, game and scene view open. You can see I had it there in the HDRP. Okay, what else? We got package dependency for Unity collection, so you won't be seeing that warning anymore when you install the package. High Z URP renderer feature automatically gets hooked up. So if you switch to URP, you don't have to worry about the renderer feature step anymore. It will just go through the list and add it to all of them for you. We've got detailed density slider. I did these in a goofy order and not the order I wrote them down in. Whatever, you'll survive. Draw options. Yes. Talked about the GUI. We talked about the flickering. And we fixed some shader packages cases. So if you continue to bump into those, continue to report those as you're trying to upgrade shaders using the old the old fix button, scan and fix workflow. We'll get to those eventually. We just want to knock out the more mission critical features because, you know, the infinite combinations of all the possible shaders in the world, it's gonna be a bit of a slog. But in the meantime, you will have everything else that you need. Oh, I've got high Z on with the debug camera. That's why nothing's back there. That makes sense. All right, so there you go. That's it for 1.1. Like I said, more stuff may end up in here, depending on when the asset store stuff gets done. And we'll have GitHub hook up for you soon. Any questions or concerns, of course, ask on the Discord, and we'll see you.